All right, and we are live. What is up, everybody? How are y'all doing on this fabulous Friday evening? We're doing some more Ace Attorney, Apollo Justice, and I'm here with my very special guest, GameKey Dude.
I played Digimon for the very first time today.
Oh, really? How was it?
We could not get into it as much as we wanted to because when you when you sent the ready for 45 minutes text, we were about to start setting up for a game and like, oh crap, I gotta stream in 45 minutes.
Oh no.
So yeah, we got to a point where it's like the stream was gonna start like 2 minutes, and I'm like, I can't stick around. I was winning the game, so we just kind of called it a draw.
So I caused you to lose. Is that what you're saying?
You caused a draw.
I caused a draw. Okay. I'm trying to think. I never really got into Digimon because back whenever I was like a kid with Pokemon, I kind of had that like console war syndrome. It's like, oh, I wouldn't want Digimon because Pokemon is better.
I don't know what the difference is between any of it anymore. I don't know anything about Digimon. That was my first time doing anything Digimon related.
Yeah, I know next to nothing about Digimon. I know like the very like basic premise. Like I know their gimmick was it's like more digital, given the Digimon portion of the Digi portion of the name. Like they're digital creatures, so a lot of them are kind of T-Rex and kind of more reptilian in design. But also they have guns.
Yeah, that was a good part.
Yeah, they have a lot of like Gundam type designs to them.
Yeah, guns.
What's up, Star? Hello, Bobby. Star says Lindsay says hi, and they're ordering food. Any suggestions? You can't go wrong with pizza.
Try something new with your pizza. Try ordering a pepperoni pizza with extra sauce and no cheese. Try something new.
I'm trying to think. I mean, I've done that a lot with when I used to work at Domino's. I prefer the cheese. I prefer the cheese more than the sauce. So I'd rather go extra cheese than extra sauce. And then Liddy gives a lost image. And over on the Twitch side of things, hello Jobu and hello Wooly. I'm actually kind of excited because there is a Domino's being built right next to, like close to my house. Domino's is my favorite.
Dude, so, Domino's made me feel sick last week. I hate them now.
Oh no. Well, that sucks.
Yeah.
I'm just excited I don't have to drive like 20 minutes round trip anymore. All right. How about a bell pepper supreme pizza? Supreme pizza, you can't go wrong with supreme pizza.
Yeah, you can. I don't want it.
You don't like supreme? Oh yeah, you're not like the biggest when it comes to like veggies on pizzas, right?
I like onions on pizza, but that's it.
Okay. You need to open up your, you need to like advance your pizza.
How about no? How about I've tried supreme pizza, I've tried meat lovers, I don't like either.
You're not a fan of meat lover either?
No, ham does not belong on pizza.
Wow, okay. Wow. I don't know how to I don't know how to say. I don't know what to say to that. What's up, 13 Lions? Hello, Anthony. Hello, Tyler. Tyler says, not the clown girl. That is right. We're on episode 4, Turnabout Storyteller. We're going into the second portion of this. Last time, we found out that the person that we were interviewing with has a dissociation identity disorder, or DID. Used to be known as multiple personality disorder, but that's no longer the term for it.
Hey, Taka.
Hey, Taka.
Now that the sweet bonds have arrived, this court is back in session.
The judge is like, I told the delivery service to send their cutest delivery boy, and they fulfilled the promise. Taka will get the 20%. Go on, Uendo, eat up.
Oh, right, I was voicing this. Oh, frick, what did I do?
Oh yeah, it was kind of like James from Pokemon.
Nice flavor. You could really taste the sake. That was delicious.
Yes, a unique sweetness and the faint aroma of sake. Yet, I hardly think that anyone could pass out from eating something like this. Hey, Nemu, and hello, Super Retro World. What's the matter, Uendo? You're not afraid of a tiny Maju, are you?
Oh, are you are you scared of how many calories it has? Don't be ridiculous. A sweet little snack like this couldn't possibly... I mean, it could never...
Less bleeding, more eating, witness.
Fine, whatever. See? I told you. I don't affect me in the slightest. We might be a little lightweight, but come on! Nobody's that... Seriously? Nobody gets stronger. Where am I?
They are in
Put this floor here.
Which one of y'all hit me? Let's see this last personality. Ah, yes, the wet dog personality. It looked like it worked!
Oh my! Witness, please tell the court your name and occupation. Hmm?
Huh? Me?
My name is Owen. I'm 5.
What?
I believe he said his name is Owen and his name is 5. Also, what?
What? You're 5 years old?
Am I in trouble? Please don't yell at me.
I feel like that came out way gayer than I intended it to be. I hate this game. I hate this game. I freaking hate this game.
Come on, Uendo is kind of a little zesty. That's why we had him had you do the James voice.
So, he's Uendo's 4th personality?
I'd hardly think a child like him could have a motive to murder the victim. And even if he had a motive, could he have actually committed the murder?
That's a very good point. Owen does appear to be very timid and weak.
I'm right here, you know.
Shush now, the adults are talking.
Yes, sir.
Oh! It seems the defense was hoping this hidden personality would be the real killer. But now that he is standing here before us, it is clear that none of Yuendo's personalities can be the killer. Eek! Well, where can I even go from here?
Shisho.
Owen, do you know something about what happened to your master? Athena, stop yelling at the child. Come on, buddy. Won't you tell Auntie Athena what happened?
What a scary lady.
I'm not scary. Look at Auntie's big smile. Tell me about your master, please. Pretty please, with sugar on top.
Okay. Shisho was super nice. He always played with me. Just like a real grandpa. I loved Shisho.
Athena, do you sense anything behind his words? I sense his sadness. Sadness so pure it's heart-trending, but no discord. Prosecutor Shamati's right. Owen isn't the killer. But then, don't you find it odd? Find what odd? Let's review what we learned so far. Yuendo rearranged the Karuta cards to pin the blame on Bucky. Well, that's because the original message implicated Owen. But Owen's only 5 years old and absolutely adores Master Tornado. Exactly. The other 3 personalities also have no murder for murder. If Owen isn't the true culprit, then the person who first laid out the cards probably wouldn't have been Master Tornado. So then, who did it?
Defense? Did the appearance of Owen help you figure anything out?
Yes, Your Honor. I now know who it was that first laid out the Karuta cards.
But I thought it was the victim, right?
No, Your Honor. I don't believe it was. The one who first arranged the Karuta cards on the table was none other than Yuendo's 5th personality. What, noodle number 3 or the true killer? I believe the person who laid the cards out is the very person who killed Typhoon Tornado. How quickly you move on to a new target when your Owen theory proves false. You Polycon! I don't know what a Polycon is, but I know I'm definitely not one. And before you start with your Shermans, why don't you hear me out?
Yes, let's hear the defense's reasoning. Please proceed, Miss Sykes. But if you are bluffing, I won't go easy on you.
I'm not my teacher, Your Honor.
No, but I know who you were taught by.
Fair enough. I understand, Your Honor. Now then, please recall the original crime scene. Who did the Karuta cards name when the scene was discovered? It was wet number 4.
Let's see. I believe they implicated the defendant, Bucky Wheat.
Bluffing is a sixth sense. I think Phoenix bluffs as much as he breathes. It's kind of like the same. That's right. But we then found out that the message originally read Owen 4th.
Which implicated the young boy, Owen.
Exactly. And the person who rearranged the cards was undoubtedly Uendo. Uendo may have kept silent, but we can be sure he already knew his master was dead. His tampering with the crime scene, using the TV, all but proves it. Please transform back to the pretty lady, Uendo.
I confess. I tampered with the crime scene.
The reason Uendo rearranged the Karuta cards and moved the TV was because he saw the Owen 4th message and was convinced Owen had committed the crime. Right on, Prosecutor Blackquill. It would seem that Owen and the other 3 personalities didn't share the same memories.
But really, there is no 4th personality. It's just the 3 of us in here.
Uendo feared that Owen had killed Master Tornado, so he tried to hide Owen from us. But it turns out, Owen is but a 5-year-old child, incapable of hurting a fly, let alone his beloved master. So naturally, the culprit must be somebody else. And this somebody else, the true killer, tried to pin the crime on Owen.
I see. That does make sense.
Objection.
This is not but conjecture, composed of half-truths and fantasy. Who then do you maintain murdered the victim? I believe Owen might know something about that.
Objection.
I refuse to allow such impromptu testimony, and from a 5-year-old no less. Such a young child is incapable of producing anything coherent. You know what? That's where I had to stop you, Sean Made. Do you know that a dog has the mental capacity of a 2-year-old?
Zeke, a 2-year-old's not at the witness stand right now.
Yes, I know, but we had a dog is equivalent of a 2-year-old. A bird is way smarter than a dog. That's close enough. I would say a 5-year-old and a bird is probably the same. Put the child on the stand. Let's do it.
How about no?
We're about to anyway. but oh.
I saw it. I saw Shisho getting...
Owen, do you know? You do know something, don't you?
Yeah. Oh my, is this true? If so, we must have Owen testify immediately.
Hey, Jesse and Frosty. Yes, we've seen Clown Girl in the previous stream. We're about to see her again. I'm pretty sure.
Don't you agree, Prosecutor Shadmadi? It's all right, Owen. Go ahead and tell us what you know.
Didn't Phoenix press a young child in the Still Samurai case? Yeah, but I think he was 8.
Something like that.
Shisho was standing... Oh, that's you.
Shisho was standing with a knife in his hand. Blood was dripping onto Shisho's face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared, I passed out.
This is eyewitness testimony from the moment of the murder. Owen, can you tell us anything else about what you saw?
I was so scared. Oh, so scared.
Owen! His emotions are spiraling out of control. Something must have really frightened him.
Is he all right?
His emotions are running wild because he's trying to recall something frightening to him. I recommend a therapy session right away.
I see. Yes, please do whatever you can to help the poor boy.
What if he's afraid of clowns?
That would work.
Will do, Your Honor. I'd better find the cause of these out-of-control emotions. Pronto! Knife in his hands. Oh, God. Blood was dripping into Shisho's face, getting it all red. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared, I passed out. Was he, think it might be the blood? That'll make me sad.
Yes. Yeah, blood was dripping down onto Shisho's face.
Oh, wait. Could that be the wine?
Oh.
Or the broth?
Well, the sake was clear, so it might have been the broth.
Mm-hmm. Blood? I don't remember seeing any blood in the crime scene photos. Besides, the victim was standing upright. How could blood drip down onto his face? As I expected, all we managed to obtain from this child is a tale he dreamt up. Urgh! This kid is scared of ramen broth.
Ah.
I guess it's a little weird for blood to drip onto the victim's face if he was standing up. Unless it dripped down from the ceiling or something. What do you think, Simon? I don't know. Owen's one confused and upset kid right now, so who knows how accurate his memory is. Maybe it's time for that thing instead. Huh? What thing? That thing you and your cohorts do. What do you call it? Rotate your thinking about? Oh, you mean turning your thinking around? Yes, whatever. It's the same thing either way. No, it isn't. Who ever heard of rotating your thinking? I mean, rotate is... Hey, wait a minute! What? You know what, Simon? In this case, I think rotate just might work perfectly after all. Come again? All I have to do is rotate things by 90 degrees. When he saw his master, Owen must have been lying on the floor. Owen must have been lying on the floor when he witnessed his master's murder.
What?
Hey, Angel, how you doing? That's the conclusion I arrived at when I rotated my thinking by 90 degrees. Which means that all of the visuals in my matrix were off by 90 degrees.
And?
This means Master Tornado was also lying on the floor, which solves another mystery.
And which mystery is that?
The mystery of how blood could have been dripping onto the victim's face. It became much easier to imagine how that could have happened if he was lying down. Like someone bleeding onto Mr. Tornado from somewhere up above him.
I remember now. Somebody was sitting up on top of Shisho.
So trying to recall his master's bloody killer is what spooked Owen originally. The blood that stained the victim's face red came from the person sitting on top of him. The victim was holding a knife, so he likely nicked his attacker as he was fighting back. This means his assailant was injured on their face somewhere, like the forehead, perhaps. Assuming the victim and his attackers were face to face, then yes. I see. So that is what happened. But if I recall correctly, the accused has a fresh bandage on his forehead, does he not? Oh no.
Oh.
That injury of Mr. Wetz is conclusive evidence that he committed this murder. Why? It seems you have dug yourself into a pit you cannot crawl out of. No! Even though I figured out the reason for Owen's out-of-control emotions. All I did was raise further suspicion to get my own client. That's the thing, Super Saiyans. Cuts to the head generate a lot of blood. A ton of blood. What do I do now? What's the matter? You aren't thinking of throwing in the towel, are you? But it looks so bad for Bucky. I mean, he had both motive and opportunity. Plus, he has that injury on his forehead. Your Honor, I sense the defense is finally ready to let it go and move on.
Well, Miss Sykes, I understand that you don't want to give up on your client. But I won't allow you to prolong this trial without good reason.
Well, that lawyer did her best, but all signs point to the defendant's guilt.
Maybe it's time she gave up. She tried everything she could.
I really, really don't want to back down, but...
Silence.
Athena, are you having doubts about Bucky's innocence? I wouldn't say that. It's just, Do you remember what you said to Bucky earlier this morning?
Oh, right.
You believe me, ma'am?
I love your Bucky voice. Of course. No matter what, I'll believe in you to the very end. Were those just empty words? Of course not. It's just that all the cards are stacked against us. Are you still stuck on that line of thinking? motive, opportunity, and an injury is to his forehead. Oh my gosh, he's shaking her.
Huh.
Is that all it takes to make you stop believing in your client? Hey, thank you, Dalek Skywing. Thank you so much. He says you guys both make such good voices.
Thanks.
Tell me again, who are you to Bucky? I'm his Miss Chickadee lawyer. Then do your duty and believe in him until the very end. I will. Simon's absolutely right. I'm Bucky's lawyer, and he's depending on me.
Defense team, please. No fighting in my courtroom.
The defense is ready to resume, Your Honor. Prosecutor Blackquill was just giving me a pep talk, that's all. Thank you, Prosecutor. I didn't do it for your sake. I did it for the future of Wet Soba. Yeah, I got it. The defense would like to continue with Owen's therapy session.
Owen, would you be all right with that?
Okay.
Don't worry, Owen. If you're a good boy, we'll give you the blue popsicle. If you do good.
So somebody was sitting up on top of Shisho, bleeding from their head, and smooshing something into Shisho's face.
That's funny. What is it? I still hear discord in Owen's voice, but I don't sense any inconsistencies between his statement and his emotion. And there don't seem to be any contradictions in his testimony itself either. Ah, so that's it, huh? Did you figure something out? Your ability to sense emotion is making you focus too much on his feelings, Athena. But there's actually something he's been very vague about in his testimony. If you can clarify what he is feeling uncertain about with some evidence, you should be able to move forward from there. Okay, that makes sense. I'll give it a try. I'll just update the mood matrix with the new information, and then we'll be ready to go. So I just need to present some evidence on what Owen is being vague about. Huh. Have you seen that Saddam Hussein meme?
Which one?
The Saddam Hussein in his hole.
No, I don't think I have.
He looks just like this. Just laying just like this. Shisha had blood on his face and a knife in his hand. He was on the floor. Somebody was smushing something into his face. I couldn't move at all. I was so scared, I passed out. Someone was smushing something in his face. Oh. Well, I mean, that suffocation... Smushing something in his face. I mean, he has the bowl of ramen in his face, but nothing was found in his body.
Which only makes things more confusing.
Suffocation. Nothing was found in his lungs. Someone was smushing something into his face. The only evidence that we have is the bowl of ramen. But that doesn't make sense. Because that's the only thing we can show he was there. Huh. What if they shoved the note in his face? Invitation that was not in the room. The deed. That's the only thing I'm gonna present it. Victim was making soba noodles from scratch in his dressing room. The room is covered in soba flour. There are 2 drink cans in the fridge. Cause of death was suffocation.
Objection!
Oh, it was that.
Huh.
Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertain. Let's put a name to the thing Owen's uncertainly of, shall we? By identifying the murder weapon that was used to suffocate the victim. Fortunately for us, I spy the murder weapon right here in the crime scene photo. Unfortunately for you, I spy nothing of the sorts. And the police did not spy anything of the sort during the investigation either. Pray tell, where is this murder weapon you see? You don't see it because it no longer looks the way it did when it was used as a weapon. This is what the killer pressed into Master Tonito's face.
The soba noodles is the only thing I can think of.
But there was nothing in his lungs to prove it was the noodles, though.
Well, maybe nothing made it into the lungs. That's the whole thing.
You think it might be the bowl? Nemu's saying the bowl as well.
I mean, I guess that's part of the noodles.
We can give it a try. Flour or the noodles before they chopped up. Killed it.
Flour is a powder. Well, we would have found it in his lungs.
Yeah, but what Jordan's saying though is he was in the he's known for making noodles, so it could have been a dough, and then they chopped it up just to finish up the noodles.
So the noodles?
The mystery person that Owen saw press soba into the victim's face, thereby suffocating him. I grow weary of your tasteless jokes. How could anyone commit murder with soft, delicate soba? The noodles would instantly fall apart if they were pressed into someone's face.
Yes, I agree.
Well, I disagree. There is a way the soba could have been used to suffocate the victim.
What? Give him the fish flavor. That'd do it.
You will explain your theory at once, Miss Sykes.
To kill Master Tonito, the culprit must have smothered him with uncut soba dough.
Yeah, sounds about right.
The culprit must have used the soba before it was cut into noodles. In other words, the murder weapon was raw soba dough.
What?
My sister said she looks like the man in the yellow hat from Curious George.
Order! Order in the court! Yes, soba dough could definitely be used to suffocate someone, couldn't it?
Are you all right, Prosecutor Sharmani?
Do we really care?
I mean, in a professional state, yes.
And in a logical state?
Hell no!
Exactly.
I was just letting the soul of the victim know that the accused will finally face justice thanks to the foolish lawyer before me. Huh? What are you talking about? Allow me to summarize your statements. As the accused was killing the victim, he was slashed in the face by the victim's knife. The weapon he used to suffocate the victim with was the dough in the dressing room. He then disposed of the murder weapon by cutting the soba dough into noodles. Urgh! Why, you smarmy! Come to me, Butterfly. Afterwards, the accused put the victim's face into a bowl of soba noodles and broth.
This butterfly is already a spirit because I made butter out of him.
You will be a spirit as well. To wash off the blood that has been dripped onto the victim's face from his own. And there you have it, the true sequence of events behind this foul affair. Now, wait just a minute! I never once said that Mr. Wet was the culprit. Who but the accused knows how to cut dough in a noodles defense? Urgh.
That's a very good point, Prosecutor Shatmodi. I heard that cutting soba dough into uniform noodles requires considerable training. Well then, what about the dying message? How do you explain that? The defendant would have, or the defendant wouldn't have known about Uendo's Owen personality.
Perhaps the victim was simply playing with the cards, and they hold no other meaning. Perhaps he spelled out Owen's name in jest sometime before his murder.
That's true. From Owen's testimony, it's clear that Master Tornado cared for the boy. It appears we have arrived at a compelling conclusion. Taken together, all these points point to a convincing picture of the defendant's guilt.
Owen, is there anything else you could tell us? It doesn't matter how small of a detail. Anything will do.
Oh, you're scaring me.
Oh, I'm sorry, Owen. Auntie Athena didn't mean to raise her voice. I have to be gentler with him. I can't forget he's only 5 years old. No need to be scared, okay, sweetie? Just tell us anything you can remember.
Well, when I woke up, the person who killed Shisho was standing over me, bleeding from their head.
Owen, you saw the killer's face? Oops, I did it again. So who was it, Owen? Do you remember?
Whoa, I don't know who it was.
I'm picking up some noise. That means there's still something to uncover in Owen's testimony. I don't know what Owen saw, but suffice it to say, we are analyzing the dreams of a child. You've wasted enough of our time, defense. Let it go and move on. No, there's still discord in Owen's heart that needs to be addressed. Therefore, I can't give in here.
Owen, do you think you can continue your testimony for us?
Okay.
I'll enter the new info and run an update then. Shock and sadness, that makes sense.
Why'd you shove your knee pad in my face? Cause it reeks.
Yo, dude, you gotta smell this. Another one is, hey, does this smell like chloroform to you?
Flump.
Down he goes. And when I woke up,
What?
why is he happy? Despite witnessing the culprit's terrifying crime firsthand, Owen experienced a positive feeling, one of relief? The person the witness saw was no stranger. Rather, it was the accused. Therefore, it's only natural that he felt some level of relief when he saw a familiar face. Defense, end this madness and sully your soul no more. Owen, who did you see?
That nice smell. I love the smell of that perfume.
Perfume.
Huh. Owen, would you say it smells funny?
Oh, it is the smell of
You could do it! Try to remember, Owen!
oh, the smell of oh yeah.
And the kid's dead. Congratulations, Athena, you killed a child! Owen!
Time.
It seems Owen is now resting in the infirmary. They certainly have their hands full down there today.
Oh yeah, that's the second person there.
Let's continue with the trial.
Despite Owen's testimony, it is the opinion of this humble servant of the Holy Mother that the child's words were insignificant to clear the accused of suspicion. But what about the scent of perfume Owen mentioned? I believe it was a clue that can lead us to the true culprit.
But there are thousands of perfumes in the world.
It could even be the scent of a hair product the accused uses.
He does have one amazing hairstyle, so that's certainly possible.
The witness is a 5-year-old boy. He cannot tell the difference between conventional perfumes and hair products.
The last thing this butterfly heard was, I can't believe it's not butter.
Butterfly in the sky. I could go twice as high. Ugh! You couldn't, why couldn't you have gone for a crew cut or something, Bucky? What more, the only person who can cut soba noodles with such precision is the accused and no other. Rad said, yo, whoever is doing the perfect Cell impression on point, is that you?
I don't know.
I'm not 100% sure what perfect Cell is. Maybe
I think he's like,
is it Dragon Ball?
yeah, it's Dragon Ball. It's like, what does he sound like?
Goku wouldn't destroy the
wouldn't fire the Kamehameha from there. He'll destroy the Earth if he does. Something like that.
Oh man, how am I supposed to argue with that? And so, the person Owen saw at the scene of the crime can only be the accused, Bucky Wet. Huh? What the? Oh God, he's back.
Oh no.
Hi! I never use hair products or anything with the smell. If I wore something like that, then smell getting the sober.
Boo! Check it.
Oh, he's giving everyone noodles.
Recess for lunch?
Mr. Wet, aren't you supposed to be resting in the infirmary?
Whatever.
You sound exactly like him. Funimation signed him up. Well, thank you.
You didn't gotta let me sober stink of perfume. Try that tune sober for yourself and see.
I believe we have no choice but to try it. Strictly for examination purposes, of course.
The judge is like, I'm getting free lunch left, right, and center.
Now then, let's dig in, shall we?
Why is Bucky British? Because it's funny.
I think it's supposed to be British.
And it's funny.
It is funny.
That was delightful. Ahem. Well, I'm satisfied there are no traces of hair products or perfume in Mr. Wet's soba. First sweet bee buns and now savory soba. What a delectable trial this has been.
The judge is like, we can eat. Oh, go ahead.
Hey, prosecutor Shadmani, can your next prosecution victim be a fried chicken employee?
We got Colonel Sanders on the stand. And the judge is like, yeah, fine, whatever. I'm glad about your testimony, but do you have fried chicken?
I could go for a 3-piece meal.
Oh, and the mashed potatoes and gravy too.
Ooh, and the mac and cheese. Cannot forget the mac and cheese.
Oh, I love mac and cheese.
Do they actually serve mac and cheese at KFC? I don't go to KFC.
They do. That's basically
Oh, cool.
any fried chicken. Any place that has fried chicken, they also have mac and cheese.
Good to know.
This texture is different from the soba I had the other day. It reminds me of a dish we have in Korean called Banupoon.
Someone get Ronald McDonald. I think we're about to indict his daughter or wife, whichever you prefer.
What you think, Miss Chickadee? My soba's pretty good, isn't it?
Popeyes is better than KFC. Oh, 100%.
I can't
Agreed.
say I've had Popeyes.
Oh, you gotta have
Actually,
Popeyes.
I might have had their chicken sandwich one time. I think somebody might have bought me one. I thought it was, it's pretty good.
My personal favorite is the Buffalo Ranch one. That one's very, very good. I actually had a Popeyes chicken sandwich last Saturday. We were moving my sister into her new apartment, and we stopped for lunch, and we had Popeyes.
I'm seeing if there's a Popeyes anywhere in my town.
Big question: Jollibees or Popeyes? Never had Jollibees. Never
I've
even
heard
seen.
of Jollibees.
Never even seen a Jollibees. It's a, I think it's a Filipino brand, but it's in the States now.
We're talking Popeyes Louisiana Kitchen, right?
Yeah, love that chicken for Popeyes.
Yeah, the closest one's like 10 miles from me.
I don't know if it's worth it for like, but if you happen to be in the area and you're looking for lunch, I would say stop by there. I'm still under the impression any grocery store that has like a deli, they clear every other fast food chicken place. They clear them.
Okay, well, there's a grocery store not too far from me with deli chicken, so I guess I'll just stick to that.
Stick to that. That will clear. Especially you can get like a 1 or 2 piece combo, 2 sides, for like $5. It's insane.
You during your time in Florida, did you guys ever have Publix in your area?
Yes. We didn't
did
really.
you ever have...
We did not. We didn't really go in there too often.
Oh, really? Because like I've had some of the fried chicken from their deli, and I'm like, ooh, that is good stuff.
Kroger has very good stuff.
Kroger, huh?
Yeah, Kroger has very good fried chicken. That was like my go-to for lunch when I worked at the grocery store there.
I'm not sure there's a Kroger in my town, actually. I'll have to double check.
Oh, that's sad. The thing is, though, with Kroger is they will buy out brands, and then just basically it's like a Kroger, but it's not the name of it, you know.
They'll buy out brands and just turn it into a Kroger store brand thing?
Yeah, it's no, not necessarily like a brand. Like if you have like a local store, for example, like in Colorado, they're known as King Soopers. There was a store called King Soopers. Kroger came in and purchased King Soopers and start running the stores for King Soopers, keeping the name, but it's still Kroger.
Oh, okay.
And they have like everywhere in the states. They just have different names.
Gotcha. If you go to Orlando, don't go into the McDonald's bathrooms. Well, Orlando is a party vacation city, isn't it?
Yep.
It's not surprising.
Which I think me and my brother are going to be going there next summer.
To Orlando?
Yeah, to go to Nintendo World.
Oh, there's a Nintendo World in Orlando?
It opens up next summer.
Oh, well, shoot. You know what? Let me know you guys' dates, and maybe I'll see if I can join up.
Perfect. The Luke meets Luke crossover event we know no one even knew they needed.
What was that warehouse store you guys have in America? Costco? Or it's Costco.
Costco. It's delicious. Don't you think so, Simon? Simon's just having like an intimate moment with these noodles, like he's questioning his entire life existence. It still pales in comparison to his late father's cuisine.
There's also BJ. Oh, BJ's Brewhouse?
I
Do you have any of those out in your area?
No, and I you know what? I would be laughing my ass off the entire time with the name BJ's.
Okay, well, no you wouldn't, because I'd smack you in the face. Also, dude, BJ's restaurant on Wednesdays is like the place to be.
They have like some kind of deal?
Yeah, have deals. Dude, they got, you can get one of their higher grade burgers for like $11 and unlimited fries.
Ooh, hell yeah, dude.
I've put on pounds at this place. I need to go for a walk after this.
Sorry, why you always got to be so hard on me?
Bailiff, take the defendant back to the infirmary at once for some rest.
Rest? Hey, I ain't a lot to pray what you on do, you know. I'm fresh like my sober. You don't let sober rest. It's about the 3 freshes of sober. Grind the seeds fresh, cut out the root.
I just realized as well, if you don't let it rest, you don't let the gluten rise. So I think that must be the difference.
Good grief. What a defendant.
Anthony is saying it's more BJ's Wholesale Club.
Never heard of it.
Yeah, never heard of it as well. It must be a regional thing. At least Bucky wasn't the source of the perfume smell. Wait, Smelly perfume. That Joker guy.
Hello, LaBelle here.
That's it, LaBelle. It looks like he remembered something. The phrase smelly perfume reminded me of a certain somebody.
You rang?
Oh God, no!
Oh, and who might that be?
I have not, Jordan. I kind of want to see it. I've watched the first one. I really enjoyed it. I was kind of interested in the second one, and then I've been seeing the reviews, and now I'm very interested.
What are the reviews saying?
Terrible. I'm like, oh God, I need to see this movie.
That's too bad.
There's only one person that comes to mind. The phrase smelly perfume reminds me of this person.
Giro Tornado. Yes, she did smell very nice, didn't she?
Just a moment, Defense. You would throw suspicion at Giro now because of a scent? Your Honor, there's no need to go along with these ever-changing claims of the defense.
I'm just saying, if the dog smells like trash, the dog has probably been digging in the trash.
I suppose their claims have been awfully inconsistent.
But Gira could have been at the crime scene.
Yes, but
You'll get to see those balloons of hers if you call her back to the witness stand, if you know what I mean, Your Honor. How vulgar. I was talking about the party balloons. No, Jobu, we're talking about BJ's. BJ's Wholesale Club. We've been at Costco. What do you take me as, a fool? His Honor is not interested in such things.
objection, Prosecutor Shadmati. Objection. And sustained.
I plead the fifth.
Setting the matter of her balloons aside entirely, I do believe it's appropriate to ask Giru some questions given the circumstances. This has nothing to do with her balloons, of course.
I never knew BJ's had a food court. Does it? Are they trying to compete with the Costco and Sam's Club? Of course I'm a Costco guy.
I haven't been to Costco in years.
We're more of a Sam's Club, but my mom had bought a membership, but she's about to let it expire, I think.
Oh.
Thank you, Your Honor. Polika.
Costco pizza or Sam's Club pizza, which is better?
Never had anything from the Costco food court.
Costco pizza used to be the bomb, but I think they changed the recipe and it just didn't taste the same last time I had it.
Every time I've been to Costco, we just go for the for the samples.
Oh.
All the samples. That's all you need. You don't need anything for the food court.
Thank you for calling this disciple of the Tornado School of
Rakugo.
Back for an encore. It's me, the balloon artist you all know and love, Giru Tornado. 1, 2, balloon.
Weak titty bounce.
I'm sorry, chick. You're like 38. All right, you're too old for me.
But she's 34. You know what? I'll take her.
You can have her. Too old for me.
What wonderful balloon artistry.
Your Honor, please.
Now then, What would you like to make me, or what would you like me to make you for, what would you like me to make for you this time?
Actually, I called you back for more testimony.
But I'm all talked out. This case has left me completely deflated. What? You didn't find that funny? Anyway, what exactly is going on, Simon?
It seems the person who murdered Master Tornado was wearing perfume. And you were the only person I could think of who wears perfume.
Wait, you mean I'm a suspect now?
Giro, you knew about Owen, right?
Dang it, Judge. This is not helping with the sexual harassment allegations.
It's not harassment if they wanted it.
Oh, God.
And I mean that literally. I mean, she offered me a drink. I mean, it may have been spiked and, you know, I was unconscious and she took my wallet, but, I don't win at these things.
Well, yes. I often played with him at Shisho's request.
So that means you could have left that fake dying message, right?
What? Just because I wear perfume and no Owen? You think I'm a murderer? Oh, how could you?
The witness is absolutely right. With no evidence but the distorted memories of a small child. It is an outrage of the defense to accuse this woman.
That's right. You don't even have any proof.
You may step down from the stand, Giro. The defense does not have one scrap of evidence that connects you to the crime. Wait just 1 minute! I may not have proof, but Owen's testimony is still... enough! Please feel free to leave, Giro. But I'm so close! There must be something I could do!
Well, if the prosecutor says it's okay, then I guess I'll be going now.
Silence.
Hoi, Giro. You're an entertainer, aren't you? Once you go on stage, it's your duty to complete your performance, is it not? So what are you doing, leaving halfway through? The bandage!
Oh, snap.
There's a bandage on Giro's forehead! And since we know that Master Tornado's killer has a cut on their face somewhere. Impossible! How did you know, Simon? I didn't, but I had to take a chance and see for myself. Otherwise, your theory would remain a groundless accusation. Your Honor, Prosecutor Shamane. The scent of perfume, an injury on her forehead. These things are completely consistent with Owen's testimony. In short, the mysterious individual Owen saw in the dressing room could have been Giru.
Miss Sykes. Does this mean you are formally indicting this witness for the murder of Taifu Tornado?
Should your accusation prove to be false, I hope you're prepared to pay the price in full. Simon, what price is he talking about? I thought that should be obvious. Prosecutor Sadmonk is saying he'll see to it you never stand in a court of law again. I must say, though, he knows how to make a trial interesting. Just whose side are you on, Simon? Go on, then. Into the deep end with you. You really have but one choice anyway.
Well, Miss Sykes, I'm waiting.
With regards to the witness, Giro Tornado, the defense wishes to... There's no reason for me to hold back. Not if I really believe in my client. The defense wishes to formally indict Giro Tornado for the murder of Taifu Tornado. I have tried to be merciful, but now, not even your pleas will reach the Holy Mother's ears. You will have plenty of time to regret your decision in the pit of hell. Except I won't need to. The person who murdered the victim was not Mr. Wet. It was Giro Tornado.
The bandages. It's just from a silly slip-up I made while cooking yesterday. That's all.
How the hell do you cut your forehead while cooking?
Well, you trip and fall, and there's a knife in your left hand.
I'm just imagining Gordon Ramsay just like yelling at her, "You idiot sandwich!" What kind of extreme cooking were you doing to cut yourself on the forehead?
Is that a clown outfit or your skin?
You donkey!
Well, what can I say? That's what happened.
You also don't have an alibi for the period before 4 p.m., do you, Giru?
Slip on something and bash your head on a corner.
That's true.
Next thing you know, she's going to be drawing up diagrams for the flux capacitor.
But I really don't know anything. Or I really didn't know anything was wrong until Shisha was found dead. If you don't believe me, then with a twisty twist. And Bloon! There you have it, an adorable little kitty.
I thought that was a fox.
I thought so too. I'm sorry, I do not see how your adorable little kitty, and then you're also balloon art, is going to prove anything.
How could you suspect a cutesy little balloon artist like me?
I remember one time cutting my finger when wiping off a knife. It cut through the hand towel and was pretty deep. Yeah, but a cut to the finger, that's normal when it comes to cooking. Giro, I've been meaning to say this for a while now, but could it be that you don't have an eye for balloon art?
Don't you think I know that? You didn't have to come out and say it. I'm the daughter of a great Raku artist. I never wanted to do stupid balloon art. I was supposed to be a Rakugo storyteller too, just like my late daddy. But Shisho told me to do balloon art instead.
I guess the victim thought she had no talent as a Rakugo artist either. Well, we got a motive.
So you're still gonna suspect a poor little thing like me?
Please stop trying to skirt the issue. It all comes down to the scent of the perfume and the cut on your forehead. You and the culprit in Owen's testimony share these two traits.
You're dead set on accusing me, aren't you? Well, here's what I have for naughty little girls like you, with a twisty twist. I'ma cut you, witch. Go ahead, make me testify all you want. When the truth is revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
Oh, I think she's trying to be a pirate.
Wow.
Oh my. Is this a yet another hidden personality?
Simon, is everybody in the Tornado school like this? How should I know? Oh my gosh, the sound of the balloon.
Yeah, I visited the dressing room during that time to make a courtesy call after my act. Shisho and Owen were in there, but they were both snoring up a storm. I saw the note Shisho left, so I just left. Didn't want to disturb him, you know. The perfume Owen smelled must have been left over from when I visited.
So Giro's saying she went into the dressing room, but then left right away. Don't take her at her word. Come on, do you really think I would? I'm just trying to figure out how to get her to talk about what really happened.
Now then, Miss Sykes, you may proceed with your cross-examination.
Why does she remind me so much of Pinkie Pie? Isn't that the name of a horse or something?
Yeah, My Little Pony. The pink party one. Probably has a cocaine problem, but, you know, since it's a show for kids, they didn't really tackle that topic, surprisingly enough. A courtesy call after your performance, huh? Come to think of it, Uendo mentioned making a same kind of visit.
Yeah, a visit to your master before and after your routine. That's just common courtesy with us Rakugo artists and entertainers.
Hey, Afia, how you doing? So that means you pay the victim a courtesy call before your performance too, right? What did you see at that time?
He was having a drink and getting himself into a festive mood. He liked to say that drinking gave him a silver tongue.
So he was already drinking by then.
Uendo wasn't there in the dressing room yet at the time. He must have gone in there during my act, because when I went back...
Could you describe how they appeared?
They were both stretched out on the floor, snoozing away.
So sitting the victim up and over the table must have been the culprit's doing. After all, who wouldn't stretch out on the floor if they could take a nap? Plus, that matches up with what Owen said in his testimony. But if he was asleep, how could you tell it was Owen? How did you know? How did you know it wasn't Uendo?
I've known the guy for ages. One look at his face and I know which one I'm dealing with.
Okay, fair. I see. Saw the notes. Oh.
What's up?
This was on the wrapping paper.
Hmm.
I'm trying to think. How could it... Wait, it doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. Never mind. Because what I was thinking was... He was dead, like... I'm trying to think. When was the note written? Let's press. Where did you find your master's note?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Did you notice anything else unusual or out of place in the room?
Well, there was the sake and half-eaten manju on the table. I didn't see anything else out of place or whatever in that room, though.
Oh, is that a fact?
Of course it is. What do you think?
And you didn't change anything around while you were in there?
I didn't do anything. Look, I'm telling ya. I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room.
Your baldness. I request that Giro's last statement be added to her testimony. Simon! What a statement like that gonna do for us? Just play along and you'll see soon enough. Ugh.
I have no problem with adding that to the testimony, but how about you, Miss Sykes?
I have no problem with it either, Your Honor. What is Simon thinking? The sequel to Simon Says. Simon thinking. I didn't see anything funny near Shisho, and I didn't touch anything in the room. So I just want to confirm, you didn't see anything at all unusual or out of place anywhere around the victim.
I already told ya, nothing.
And you didn't touch anything at all in the dressing room.
How many times I gotta say it? No, I didn't touch anything.
Wait, but then, is she saying she didn't see what Uendo immediately saw when he checked the victim's body? Does that mean it wasn't there yet at the time? The TV!
Oh, I guess there was something.
What is it?
The soba making equipment was already there in the room. That means Bucky must have been there in the dressing room before me, doing something.
Egg, thanks for the non-help. Well, a new statement has been added, but she's still sticking to her guns. She said she didn't see anything unusual in the dressing room. But that strikes me as a little strange on its own. Really? Why? If Master Tonito really is the one who left that, you think Giro would have noticed it. And if Master Tonito wasn't the one who left it, then we must ask, who did? Oh, wait. The cards? You know what I'm getting at, don't you, Athena? I think so. I really appreciate Simon's help, but I've got to come up with the answer myself this time.
Here, let's go through these.
Okay.
Okay. The crime scene report contains
Okay.
contains photos of the crime scene. The victim's dying message is clearly visible in them, including additional info.
So, she's saying she didn't kill him.
That would, yeah.
I think it's the cards. because it was believed the victim was the one that left him, as said right here.
Uh-huh.
We were under the impression he was the one that put him down. That's what Simon was saying. But if she didn't notice the cards, that must mean she was the one that placed them, right?
Maybe.
Oh, wait. No, wait. Huh. I'm still thinking it's the cards, but I'm not 100% sure. She testified about them arresting. She saw the note, so that makes sense. Something in this room.
Maybe should we just try presenting the crime scene report and see what happens?
Objection!
Oh, okay.
Giro, you said that you didn't notice anything odd or unusual near your master. You also said you didn't touch anything in the dressing room.
That's right. What about it?
Then, I wonder who left that dying message with the Karuta cards.
What are you going on about? It had to been Bucky.
Sorry, but that's not possible. Because only three people know about Uendo's personalities. Uendo, your master, and you. If Bucky had left the Karuta message, he wouldn't have spelled out Owen. He would have spelled out Uendo. What it boils down to is this. As a member of the Tornado School, you, Giro Tornado, are the only one who could have left that dying message. As the person who left that message, it's clear that you are Master Tornado's killer.
Yeah! Will you ever quit your yapping?
What's she yapping about? You're like you are like wretches cling to the spider thread of salvation. Allow me to cut that holy thread down from the heavens and bring you back down to earth. Would you quit butting in whenever things start to go my way? Silence, child. Playtime is over. What did you say? As the witness stated, she went into the dressing room and soon came back out again. But the victim's note was not the only reason she left with such haste. There was another reason that compelled Giro to leave at once. Giro, would you please relate said reason to the courts? There's a reason why Giro had to leave the dressing room?
Well, I didn't want to show you this, but I guess I got no choice. Keep your eyes peeled.
Your hand is all swollen and red. What happened, Giro?
If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
That sounds like a skill issue. What?
Nah, it's one of those people you see on like those storytime animated videos like, I'm allergic to water. That's a skill issue.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin.
That's like those entire. Have you ever seen those?
I
animated
have.
channels?
It's like, how do people buy them?
I don't know.
I was born with glass bones and paper skin. My dad is a FBI agent, is deep undercover in Antarctica.
Exactly.
Allergic reactions to buttweed can vary, though they're usually on the severe side. With Typhoon Tornado making soba noodles in his dressing room. Kiro is lucky to still be alive, considering all the soba flour that was swirling in the air.
Good thing I left pretty quick. I managed to escape with just a mild reaction. But I touched Shisho as he was being carried away. And look what it did to my poor hands.
Hey, thank you so much, Wooly.
There must have been some soba broth on his clothes or something. If I'd inhale any of that soba flour, I'd have a seizure and it'd be good night Giru. I never could have stayed in that dressing room for very long.
A person allergic to buckwheat couldn't be in a room with soba flour in the air. And certainly couldn't use soba dough as a murder weapon either.
This isn't good. You knew it would come down to this, didn't you? That's why you never mentioned her allergy. As I would do, as if it would do anything to as if I would do anything so underhanded. I was simply trying to protect the privacy of this witness.
I'm sick of all these accusations. Why don't I just testify and get it all out in the open, yeah?
I think she's allergic to the flour itself. That's what she's saying.
If I come into the slightest contact with buttweed, I get an allergic reaction. And with that much soba flour in the air, that room could have literally killed me. Look at my hand. Just touching Shiso's body caused this much damage. There must have been soba broth on his clothes. So I never could have committed that murder in the dressing room.
I still can't believe it. Nobody told me she had a soba allergy. Did you know, Simon? Does it look like I knew? Protect the privacy of the witness, my foot. What a dirty trick. Now what do we do? There's only one thing to do. Put Prosecutor Sadmonk to shame with your cross-examination. Right! No matter how small, I'll find us an opening and break her testimony down. You're not lying about this soba allergy of yours, right?
Of course not. I swear on the grave of my father up in heaven. I can't even get you a doctor's certification if you want.
She seems to be telling the truth.
I've had this allergy for as long as I can remember. But I never dreamt in a million years it'd clear me of murder.
And you'll come out of this smelling like a delicate buckwheat flower to boot.
Well said, Your Honor.
I'll give you that there was quite a bit of flowers scattered about in the dressing room. But you went in to pay your respects to your master regardless, right?
Yeah, but like I said, I came right back out. I mean, the soba making tools were right there. You better believe I was careful not to breathe in any of it in.
But you still could have committed this crime if you held your breath while doing it.
Don't be ridiculous. I would have suffocated to death before Shisho did.
Yeah, I guess you're right.
Jeez, get a grip, will ya?
I want to check something. Is there anything... The only thing I can think of... The room is covered in soba flour. It spells it out pretty clearly there. Oh. Maybe there's a twist here. Like you're actually allergic to dogs and not soba.
You kidding? Bring my little,
Jugamoo?
Jugamoo.
bring my little Jugamoo in here. I'll hug and squeeze him like there's no tomorrow. I'm telling ya, I have a genuine, honest-to-goodness soba allergy.
Defense. The witness clearly has an authentic allergy to buckwheat. Any further deliberation on the matter would be meaningless, pointless, worthless.
You heard the man, lawyer girl.
All right, fine. I was just starting to think the same thing myself. Doesn't mean I had to like it, though.
I probably got this allergic reaction on my hand because I touched Shisho.
He is pretty clean.
I guess let's just keep pressing for now.
That's what I'm thinking, but I have a question about that actually. If you're allergic to soba, does that mean you're allergic to the noodle broth too?
Well, the buckwheat from the noodles can dissolve into the broth, so duh. Touching soba broth can be just as deadly for me.
Hey, Funky, you're just in time for the clown.
Don't you know anything? What an amateur.
I'm sorry. Do I look like a doctor to you?
Look. Anything that has soba in it, anything that has touched soba is like poison to me.
So, I just want to cover all my bases, but could the murder have possibly occurred somewhere other than the dressing room?
Objection.
That is out of the question. By even asking, you show your complete disregard for all we have discussed until now.
Yes, I have to agree. The defense can't go around suggesting new premises without basis.
Unfortunately for you. Shisho didn't take a single step from his dressing room around the time of the murder.
Well, that is unfortunate for everyone. Giro could not have possibly committed this crime in a room where soba was being made. Finally, the time has come for the last rite of the victim to begin. Humph. What would Mr. Wright do at a time like this? Offgits! There's only one thing to do! What are you smiling about? Has the pressure overwhelmed you? Nope! It's just the worst of times are when lawyers have to force their biggest smiles. I see. You have no rebuttal, and so the only thing left to do is to smile. Oh! That's where you're wrong. I do have a rebuttal. Turn your thinking around, Athena. Don't try to figure out how Giro, who is allergic to soba, could commit the crime. Figure out how Giro could be in that room and not have an allergic reaction instead.
Let me rest. Ha! Maybe if I were a lot of regular flour dough for udon noodles.
I frickin' knew it. What if this is not udon, but just ramen instead?
But I'm fresh, like my soba. And don't you let soba dough rest. It's all about 3 freshes.
The flour is never left long enough. That is not the buckwheat flour.
Ooh.
Grind the bucket.
He blacked out.
Oh, right, that's my guy. Or Nayuta.
Oh my gosh, that's mine. That's for the dough.
Oh.
You know about letting dough rest for proofing purposes, correct?
No.
So in order for bread to rise, you have to have yeast, and yeast is a living thing. So
Yeah.
if you let it rest at room temperature, you're allowing that yeast to eat the gluten in the bread, in the dough itself, and that yeast will then proceed to produce gas that causes the dough to rise.
Right.
So udon, they've been telling us the entire time, when they're making the noodles, they do not let that gluten rise. I guess they don't have yeast in it. So the noodles will never rise, so they don't need to have it resting or proofing. That's what it's also referred to as proofing. And so by letting this dough just sit, it's just proving this is not buckwheat, but instead just standard flour. So he had ramen in his room that one time. That's why he left that note saying to let it rest.
Oh.
He was saying, do not disturb this dough. I know this because at Domino's we had to proof the dough balls. When they came to us, they were still in their proofing state. So we had to leave them in either room temperature or put them in the walk-in to control the time, because outside temperature has an impact to it. It appears it's been written by the victim. Allow me to read it. Resting. Do not disturb.
Yes, that's what the note I saw.
after reading that, who wouldn't think Shisha was napping?
If you must know, I'm allergic to buckwheat.
That was normal flour dough. Let's go. That's actually really clever. Oh, that's so clever. What if that certain piece of evidence doesn't mean what we think it means? Is there any way to tell if the resting yeast bread has been disturbed? Not really. I mean, you can, if you let it overrise, like if you don't monitor it properly, it will start growing. So if you've ever had if you ever had a thin pizza, like inconsistent pizza or inconsistent bread, the dough was not properly proofed. If you ever cut a pizza in half and you see like those air bubbles inside the crust, that's good. That's good dough, because that's how the gas expels CO2, and as it's cooked, that gas will leaving those bubbles. If that's the case, I might be able to prove that Giro could have committed this crime. Y'all didn't expect science lesson here in a Ace Attorney stream, huh? No matter how hard you search your mind, you can't overturn facts.
Well, Miss Sykes, if you have no further objections, I'll hand down my ruling.
That this is partially why they say cooking is arts, baking is a science. That is why, because there's a lot of science that goes into baking, while cooking, you could kind of it's like, okay, it's asking for 1/4 of a cup of water. I could go a little bit more, a little bit less. I want the sauce thicker, so I could go less. You can't do that with baking. True, I can't overturn facts, but what if we got our facts about a piece of evidence wrong? Got our facts wrong? What are you talking about now?
And which piece of evidence do you mean, Miss Sykes? Please point it out to this court.
This evidence proves that Giro could have killed her master, even with her soba allergy.
Take that!
It's Master Tornado's note.
The note?
Preposterous. What possible connection could there be between the witness's allergy and that note? The answer lies in the true meaning of this note.
Its true meaning?
And also, I just realized something too. Look right there.
Ah. Good eye.
This note does not mean I am resting, do not disturb, as we assumed. But rather, it actually means this dough is resting, do not disturb it. Wait a minute, Athena. That doesn't make any sense. You're right, it doesn't. After all, as Bucky told us many times, you don't let soba dough rest.
What's all this jibber jabber got to do with it, with anything?
What I wonder is how Athena would know the dough info, because Bucky keeps saying, you don't let soba dough rest. We thought it was just a quirky Buckyism, but it was used in this case. This is it, the home stretch. This note and Mr. Wet's words have led me to the conclusion that Master Tornado was making soba noodles. Oh, wrong noodles. Whoops. Master Tornado was making soba, of course. Yes, and what of it? So, of course, Giro would have had an allergic reaction and... Huh? Wait a minute.
Yeah, so?
So of course the defense gets a penalty.
Yeah, I got that wrong. I think wet must mean wheat noodles. Maybe I should try thinking outside the soba bowl. We got a dirt moment. It happens, okay? I was doing too much science talk, and I gotta keep a making udon noodles. I don't know the terminology of the noodles. The victim, Typhoon Tornado, was not making buckwheat noodles. He was making ordinary udon noodles instead. Polika! That layer of flour in the dressing room wasn't soba flour, but plain old wheat flour for udon. So actually, it was totally possible for Giro to be in that room and kill her master.
What? But if that's true, it changes everything.
Your Honor, the defense requests that the flour in the room be tested immediately. But soba noodles were found in the bowl, and Giro did have a reaction on her hand. How do you explain those things? Well, even were it udon flour instead of soba, you still cannot prove Giro committed the crime. But don't lose your nerves now. Keep charging forward, or you'll feel my blade at your back. Enough of the threats already, I got it! Talk about pressure. All right, Athena, take a deep breath and go over everything again. There's one last udon in the fridge. That's why Bucky was at the playhouse.
Okay.
I'm going to visualize the case from start to finish. I have to find conclusive evidence that Giro committed this murder. What was Master Tonino making in his room? Udon. By my logic, Master Tonino must have been making udon noodles in his dressing room. But something at the crime scene indicates otherwise. What was found in the bowl and the table? Soba. Even though the master wasn't making soba, soba noodles were found at the scene. So that means the noodles had to have come from somewhere. Wait a minute, one mysterious serving of soba noodles? That sounds familiar. Where did the soba in the bowl on the table come from? The soba noodles found at the scene were from the master stock of uncooked noodles. But then, why would the culprit go out of her way to cook that soba and put it in the bowl? Why did the culprit cook the soba noodles and put it in the bowl? To hide the dough? Soba was found at the scene. So that means the culprit must have taken the udon with her to hide it. But why did the culprit take the udon away and hide it? It must have been because she... killed him with the soba dough.
No, because she's allergic to it.
Oh, that's right. That's right. I got those two mixed up. And that's why she was feeding the dog so much food. That's it! The udon dough was the real weapon used to kill Typhoon Tornadoes. And the reason why no weapon was found is because Giro got rid of the dough somehow. The real murder weapon was the udon dough the victim made. If we can find this dough, that'll prove my theory correct. And undeniably prove Giro's guilt. Even if we could find this dough, what makes you think it could prove she is the one? Please recall Owen's eyewitness testimony, Prosecutor Shadmani. If the injury on Giro's forehead was caused by the victim's knife, then Giro's blood must have dropped down onto the dough used as the murder weapon. That would make the dough pretty conclusive evidence, wouldn't you agree? Ah, but where is this conclusive evidence? Let us hear your theory on where the murder weapon is. Well, it's... I can't find the answer in the evidence I have on hand. We'll lose this trial. So how did Giro get rid of the udon dough? Think, Athena. What do I have that points to suspicious behavior on Giro's part?
Now then, Miss Sykes, let's hear your answer.
Before Bucky came to the theater, Giro was outside feeding her dog a number of dumplings. The dog buried his leftovers in the yard.
Where is this real murder weapon hidden?
Nice barking you did there. I assume you have the bite to back it up. Stop distracting me, especially not right now.
Take that!
Giru!
Huh? What is it? I'm just an innocent girl. I don't know anything about a murder.
Stuff that cute act in your balloon hat. Giro got rid of the dough she used to kill Master Tornado in a bold and daring way. She did it right in front of Prosecutor Blackquill's nose by feeding it to her dog.
Oh, right.
No,
Of course! Now it all makes sense. I was puzzled as to why Giro, who should know her dog's eating habits, would feed Jugmargu more than he could possibly finish. Your Honor, please order an investigation of the yard right now.
What should the police at the theater be looking for exactly?
Jugamu must have buried his leftover dumplings somewhere around this doghouse. Dumplings that Giro made out of the udon dough with the blood in it. This is preposterous. I want to thank you, Simon. If you hadn't kept me going, I might have given up along the way. What are you blabbing on about? You still have work to do. Now, by your hand, finish this wretched case off, Athena. You got it. Giru, do you remember what you said would happen when the truth is finally revealed?
When the truth is revealed, it'll be your balloon or mine that goes pop. Got it?
Well, now the truth is out, and it looks to me like it's your balloon that goes pop. Not the rosary. Polika!
Hi, I'm a Rakugo artist. I was the one who was supposed to inherit that name. Then Shisho.
Pop goes the weasel.
Why are my balloons bursting? Daddy, are you mad at me? I've been a bad girl. I.
They were fake all along!
Miss Sykes, all my hopes and dreams just died.
That sounds like a you problem, Judge.
I know.
Oh.
Are you ready to tell us everything now, Giru?
The whole reason I entered the world of Rakugo in the first place was to follow in my father's wonderful footsteps and inherit his stage name.
His stage name? You don't mean... Uendo Tornado.
I knew I wasn't very good at storytelling, but I thought that if I did the stupid balloon thing like Shisho wanted, I'd inherit the name someday.
But Master Tornado gave the name to his junior disciple.
Yeah. That's why I took my revenge on Shisho during the show celebrating the name succession.
So that was your entire motive?
I doubt anyone else could understand, but inheriting my father's name was everything to me. It was my whole reason for living.
Of all the days you could have taken your revenge, why did you choose the day of the show?
Because I wanted to pay Uendo back for stealing what was rightfully mine. I wanted to pin the blame on him at the show, where all the Tornado fans were gathered.
But then, Uendo tried to shift the blame onto Bucky Wet. And now we know the whole story. There's just one more thing I want to know. Did you know Master Tornado was making udon in his dressing room yesterday?
No, I didn't. When I saw the soba making tools, I was worried about my allergy. But it was my only chance to get revenge on the two of them, so I went ahead and did it.
So it was a premeditated crime, but in the end, you only went through with it on impulse. Then, the allergic reaction on your hand is from touching the soba in the refrigerator with your bare hands when you were tampering with the crime scene after your master's death.
Yeah. But that time, I wasn't clear-headed enough to worry about my allergy.
Giro, how could you do all this, you idiot? Giro, I get your desire to inherit your father's name. But what you really should have inherited from him wasn't his name, but his heart.
His heart?
Do you have anything to add, Prosecutor Shadmodi? Any objections?
No, Your Honor. Miss Athena Sykes. Yes? That's the first time he used my name! I shall be sure to remember your name.
Way to go, Athena.
Really? It seems he finally recognizes you as a proper adversary. Thanks! That's all I ask, Prosecutor Shadmani.
It looks like there are no further objections. Bailiff, please bring in the defendant.
Oh, he's no longer drunk.
Cool. Ah, good. It seems you've made a full recovery. How then? This court finds the defendant, Bucky Wheat.
Oh my
Wet.
gosh. If he's not drunk, are you just gonna make him like a British gentleman?
Yeah, well, I'll try.
Not guilty.
This court is adjourned.
May 13th, 11:55 a.m. District Courts. Congratulations, Bucky! I'm so glad you were found innocent!
Thanks for everything, Miss Chickadee.
But it still sucks that you were accused of a crime you didn't commit. Did Uendo have it out for you or something?
I don't think so.
Uendo said it was a spur-of-the-moment idea he got when he saw the Soba-themed cards. Simon, where have you been? I stopped in at Uendo's questioning. Only you, Bucky, could get framed for a crime on a whim.
No way. I almost got convicted out of convenience.
Well, at least you've been completely cleared of all charges, so buck up, Bucky! On a more important note, what I really want to know is, why didn't Master Tornado let Giro inherit her father's name?
What do you mean? On a more important note, Miss Chickadee.
Oh, don't be such a wet blanket. Just go with the flow. Now, come on. You think the master was trying to encourage her to quit the entertainment business?
No, that's not it. He didn't give the name to her because he wanted Giru to find her own calling in life. To perform whatever she wanted without being bound by her father's name or Rakugo. Making udon was his way of showing his support for her in her new endeavor.
So that's why he called you to the theater, huh? To teach him how to make udon? A more roundabout way I've never seen. A more roundabout way never seen. But that's Master Tornado for you. So this entire incident happened because of a misunderstanding? How sad. By the way, Giro wasn't the only person Master Tornado was trying to cheer on. Even though the person in question still seemed unaware of the Master's intentions.
What? You talking to me? Are you talking about me? Come on, no way. All that old man ever did was criticize my soba.
That's not true, Bucky!
Present Simon's statement.
Simon's statement?
Mm-hmm.
Is that supposed to mean something to me, Miss Chickaday?
Huh? I thought this would do the trick, but I guess not.
I knew it. That old man never expected much out of me. That's weird. The website says to...
Humph. You're so dense, the both of you.
Oh, did we get it right?
I figured it was the deed. Bucky, take a good look at this deed, and at the holder's name in particular.
Is it still in my name?
Master Tonito was just up to one of his tricks when he said he stole the shop from you.
Oh, I was looking at the wrong piece. Yeah, it was the deed you were supposed to present. My bad.
He was trying to force you to grow into a truly capable owner in your father's stead. He probably used some tough love on you so the shop wouldn't just go belly up.
I see.
Oh my gosh, his hair is noodles.
I never knew. Oh, Master Tornado. I'm so sorry.
Keep working hard, Bucky, and pay him back by living up to his expectations.
Thanks, Simey. And you too, Miss Chickaday. One day, my soba's gonna be so good, it'll knock that old man's socks clean off. After all, I'm the 4th generation owner of Wet Soba, Wheat Noodle number 4. Or Wet Noodle number 4. Well, I better be going back to my shop. I gotta get ready for the lunch rush.
Hold on! Could I place an order for delivery, Bucky?
Yes, Miss Chickaday?
Could you deliver a bowl of udon to Giro on behalf of her master?
You got it. I'll make sure it all got to the TLC Master Tornado would have packed it in. I'll make sure it's got all the TLC Master Tornado would have packed into it too.
Thank you!
Well, see you. Be sure to drop by the shop sometime.
I will, and I'll bring the whole agency with me. Do us all proud, Bucky.
I'll have the best soba in town waiting for you when you come. Peace out.
Ah, it's nice to see someone give it their all, isn't it? I wonder if I level up any thanks to his case. Don't kid yourself. The trial would have been a spectacle and a half had I not been on your side. You don't know that?
Yes, we do.
For a lawyer who's versed in psychology, you're too full of weak points. You need to learn to analyze yourself more objectively. Or you could just teach me your famous mind trick, Simon. No. Way to shut someone down, and why not? Because the more pesky lawyers are, the harder my job becomes. So it's in my best interest for you to remain green forever. Hey, what about what's in my best interest, huh? Besides, weren't you the one who had the wool pulled over your eyes about Uendo? Must you remind me? How could I not know? How could I have known Uendo would do time soba? Hey, speaking of time soba, I just thought of something funny. Oh goody, I can't wait. Okay, here it is. In time soba, why didn't Mon number 9 get counted? Come on, do you know, Simon? How should I know? Because 7, 8, 9. Thank you. I'll be here all week. Did they misspell
Roll on the floor
raffle?
Laughing.
Oh, roll on the floor. They put the T in there. I've never seen it with a T. That I should have known. Come on, let's go get sober or something and go home. Your treat? I'll treat you to 50% of the tab. And don't forget, you still owe me for that manju. Really, Simon? It won't hurt you to pay for me every once in a while, you know.
Do I look like a simp, you little girl?
Quit squawking and start walking, Athena. That is a good one. I'll treat you to 50% of the bill. That is a good one. Hey, wait for me! I may still have a way to go as a lawyer. But just like Mr. Wright, Apollo, and Simon before me, I'm going to get there someday. After all, I've inherited their passion for our court and the law. Je peux le faire. I can do this! The end. Well, that was a fun one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, 2 chapters remain. That's right. We have the ultimate, the finale, and then we have the DLC.
Huh.
Oh,
Is the DLC like canon to the story, or
I have no clue.
we should probably look into this?
Oh
and-
my God! Look who's in this.
All right, maybe we should do that one first and just get it out of the way.
No, I heard it's within order, so I think we might get spoiled if we go SE before
okay,
5.
Okay, never mind then.
And we got Edgeworth as well. Skywing has a good point. We have Edgeworth as well, although he has been mentioned. I don't think we've seen him yet though.
I don't think we have. He's definitely been mentioned a few times.
That was a good one. That was a good one. I can't wait for to see how this concludes with episode 5.
Same.
All right, guys. Thank you all so very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. GCD, thank you for joining me with this.
You're welcome.
Do you want noodles now?
No, I want to go get the brisket that's in my oven.
Ooh, that does sound really good.
I've had a brisket cooking this entire stream and I can smell it.
Ooh, how long has it been in there?
Long enough.
Ooh, nice. Low and
We're
slow,
actually ending
baby.
at good time because it should be done by now.
There you go. Perfect. Perfect timing. Anyway, guys, thank you all so very much, and I will see y'all most likely on Sunday. I'm going to be changing up the schedule a little bit this weekend, but I'll see you then. Peace.
Good night.